Hello, friends. I hope you're doing great. Myself, I'm doing fine. It has been a while since we talked, and sorry for that. I had a cold and my voice was very hoarse. I could not make any videos for you, but here I am, and I'm back, and we shall continue. So, what do we have in store today? So, in today's video, let us understand how many visas are available for each country. Is there a limit for countries in terms of diversity visas? And if there is a limit, how is that limit decided upon for each country? To understand this, let's first of all understand why there is the diversity visa lottery program. The diversity visa lottery program is there to ensure the diversity of immigrants in the United States. That means that the immigrants to the United States come from various regions and various races. That is the sole purpose for the diversity visa. Again, the diversity visas are for those countries with less representation in the immigrant population. They consider the demographics of the past 5 years, and they check within the last 5 years which countries or which regions have exceeded the limit of the immigration. And if a country has exceeded the limit, then that country becomes ineligible and will not appear in the diversity visa application. And that's why we have the examples of Nigeria. The number of immigrants to the US, they are above the required limit within the last 5 years, and therefore it is excluded from the DV lottery process. And this is to ensure that there is a balance in the diversity of the immigrants in the United States. That is the first thing to know. The diversity visa program divides the whole globe into 6 regions, and that is Africa region, the Asia region, the Europe region, the Oceania region, the South America region, and the North America region. And the visas are distributed in quotas. Every region has its quota. And by quota, I mean the maximum number of visas within the 55,000 diversity visas allocated for specific region. And as up to now, based on the previous history, we've seen that the Africa region normally gets around 24,000 visas of the total share. And for the Europe, we see them getting around 19,000 visas from the share. When we come to Asia, we see them getting around 9,000 visas of the share. For Oceania, is around 900 visas allocated for them, and it goes diminishing that way for other regions. But in the distribution of these visas, let's say, for example, those 24,000 visas or around 24,000 visas allocated for Africa, they are distributed within the countries in Africa that are eligible. And same case applies to other regions. But in the overall distribution of the visas, that is the diversity visas, no country exceeds the maximum of 7% of the visas issued or the visas available. In other words, no specific country can have more than 7% of the total 55,000 visas. How is this 7% ensured? That's what brings the name the cap, national cap. And that is the reason when you read the visa bulletins for every month, you'll see that a certain region has this cutoff number except for specific countries. What brings the rise of that? That is for the purpose of limiting or putting a cap for countries because of the large number of successful applicants for that country. Let me repeat, and I will use an example. If we take the case of Asia, you'll see in a certain visa bulletin that the cutoff number is, for example, 5,000, except for Nepal, which is 1,000. This is done so because Nepal has a lot of applicants in the application for the DV lottery. And since many people from Nepal apply, that means the probability of many applicants, many successful applicants coming from Nepal is higher. And when the selection process is over, you'll find that there are a lot of Nepal residents that are successful. And therefore, if we just take normally, we put the cutoff number just normally without placing any cap on Nepal, then there will be unfair share of the visas across Asia, because Nepal will end up having a lot of the visas while other countries, they don't have the visas. They might end up exceeding the cap, the 7%, by a very large number if that cap is not placed on them. So the reason for placing a cap for specific countries is because you might find out that those countries have very many successful applicants as compared to other countries in the same region. And therefore, when putting the cutoff numbers, a cap, a limit has to be put for those countries to ensure the equal share and to ensure that no country exceeds the 7% cap for all the countries. I hope I've explained clearly. Another thing that you need to note is that by placing a cap on a country, that means at some point, people above that cap might end up not getting their visas or their interviews scheduled. Therefore, in conclusion, the total number of visas available for a specific country is not exceeding 7% of the total visas for the diversity visa. No country can go above 7% of the visas. And another thing to note is that the more the applicants from a given country, the more likely there are many selectees from the same country. And that's why you see other countries having many selectees than other countries in a diversity visa program. Thank you guys for watching this video. Many more videos are coming. Please stick around. If you have not subscribed, why not? Because from this channel, you'll get more information. You'll get informed and you have the knowledge of the diversity visa program. Also like the video and share it with your friend. Support the channel and let's meet in the next video.